Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a couple of Kung Fu kids in love. Let's react to some Mortal Kombat.
It's time for Mortal Kombat!
Yeah, and so we're checking out some Easter eggs and references GameSpot had put together in a video, so we're going to check that out. You can check out all of our Mortal Kombat reactions, our playlist down below in the description of this video. And you can also see our playthrough for Mortal Kombat 1 that we've done. And we also have been keeping up with the invasion mode as well.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. Okay, you ready to do this?
I am ready.
So what's the name of your film about us?
Mortal Kombat.
In Johnny Cage's Tower ending, which acts as an epilogue to the main story, it is revealed that he plans to slowly show the truth of the universe and the other realms to humanity by first making everything palpable in the form of a cinematic universe of films, TV shows, and video games, including the very real mobile game Mortal Kombat Onslaught. And I guess the very game you are playing? It's like if George Lucas suddenly revealed Star Wars is 100% real. Johnny Cage is responsible for well over half the material in this video. It makes sense, considering his character and how he's a natural vehicle for the game's more tongue-in-cheek nods. Take, for example, the reoccurring joke, where Johnny ends up creating some of the iconic names for locations, objects, and people in this version of the Mortal Kombat universe.
This is Shang Tsung's real laboratory. Reminds me of this cheap-ass film I did in my early days. Flesh Pits. That was trash. My God. It's a tornado.
Sizoth is a mouthful. Can I just call you Reptile? Only if you beat me.
There are several interesting callbacks to the older MK mythology.
Pass this test and join the Shaolin's inner circle.
I will prove worthy of the White Lotus.
In the original timeline, the White Lotus Society was founded by Raiden and the Order of Light, and was first mentioned in Mortal Kombat Deception. In the new era, which is what the new timeline is referred to as, Liu Kang created the White Lotus Society, and the Order of Light is newly formed by Ashura and Serena, as revealed in her tower ending. The hat that Johnny gives Ashura while they are disguising themselves in Sundo is the same style of hat she wears in her classic look from Mortal Kombat Deception.
Oh, nice.
You couldn't steal a more functional hat.
What? It hides your face.
That's a cool reference.
And honestly, it suits you.
Did you know that Ashura's voice actor, Susan Eisenberg, voiced Wonder Woman in NetherRealm's Injustice games?
I will fight without fail until I am absolved. By the gods, I will defeat you.
Another voice you might have recognized belongs to the vampire Nitara.
Yeah, we know.
She is voiced by actor Megan Fox, best known for the bisexual classic Jennifer's Body. And there are several nods to both Fox herself, as well as that particular film.
What did you do with Jen's body?
Poor Kung Lao. You'll never see her again.
Why are vampires always such foxes?
How better to lure you in?
Continuing with celebrity cameos, the game's
Yeah,
premium
Jean-Claude.
edition comes with a special skin for Johnny Cage that replaces his voice and appearance with Jean-Claude Van Damme. For those unaware, the original Mortal Kombat back in the 90s was at one point going to be a Van Damme game. That game never came to pass. However, Johnny Cage ended up being
is
heavily
Bloodsport, yeah.
influenced by the actor.
That I know.
A likeness and fighting style. And now, 30 years later, we've finally come full circle, with Van Damme playing the very character he inspired. Most of Van Damme's lines are just repeats of regular Johnny Cage. However, he does have a few unique interactions which reference his filmography.
I was a tribune in the Empress's army, Cage.
And I've played Universal Soldiers. Big deal. I have had enough of your assassination games.
You're late, Earthrealmer.
Well, pardon me, dumb cub.
It will be great. I'll be a kickboxer, you
A street fighter.
My answer is still no.
Speaking of movie references, Mr. Hollywood himself
Being
makes
Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat.
ridiculous number of them in the story mode and in character interactions.
Seeing Empress Melina become Tarkatan
Was a close encounter of the weird kind.
I will now demonstrate why you sanded those floors.
Holy shit! I've been Miyagi'd.
Sand the floor.
You want a sports almanac from the future?
Forget it. It was just an idea.
You really like my mask, Johnny?
It's smoking. Smoking. Well, if it isn't
It's my
Special
favorite
Agent
one.
Takahashi of the FBI.
It's not funny anymore, Cage. Get away from her. You bitch.
Get away from her, you bitch!
You're late, Earthrealmer.
Not my fault. My train to Busan got delayed.
Of course I fly. I have wings.
Are you sure you don't just fall with style?
Buzz! You're flying! This isn't flying. This is falling with style.
Realmers foiled my plans. Just like a bunch of meddling kids. What I saw in Outworld flipped my mind upside down.
I'm told there's more, even stranger things.
So, thoughts on the Temple of Kataravala? Would have been a better indie film.
You will not make a film about my rift with Bihan.
But I've got the perfect title. Scorpion's Revenge.
Other characters get in on the fun too.
Master Kai taught me Crouching Tiger style.
Try it against my Hidden Dragon style.
Sub-Zero's fatality hairline fracture is a nod to the 1993 anime film Ninja Scroll.
Oh, really? Ooh. Such a brutal one.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Shinjuko's fatality is a faithful
That one was-
recreation
yes.
of the 5-point palm exploding heart technique.
Yep.
It's like
from Kill
exact.
Bill.
He touch you.
Many of the cameo fatalities are recreations of the character's classic fatalities.
Boot stomp. Toasty.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh man, even with the old school graphics, Kung Lao's was brutal. Slice him in half.
Yeah. Planet Earth.
Is that from Mortal Kombat 4? Please tell me.
Although I do feel compelled to mention that while Cyrax did perform the fatality in MK Gold,
Yep, okay, there it
originally
was.
it belonged to Cybersmoke in MK3. Speaking
Definitely
of
gotta upgrade it.
Cybersmoke, he makes a cameo appearance as a fighter during Chapter 15. Scorpion's second fatality is a spin on one of his fatalities from Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3.
Thorough. Very thorough.
During Cage's final blow, the camera display says Error Macro. An error macro is a message warning you that an error has occurred in the executed program. Back during the original Mortal Kombat, Ed Boon would use this to catch coding errors. This showed up as Ermax in the game and caused players to think this was the name of a hidden character. This eventually led to the creation of Ermac.
That's awesome. I didn't read that. That's so cool.
Fun.
Another long-running Mortal Kombat joke is Toasty. Toasty is a joke spanning all the way back to Mortal Kombat 2, where an image of sound designer Dan Forden pops out from the corner of the screen. During Johnny's second fatality, you can hear the famous Toasty line. Vroom, vroom.
I
The
missed
pizza
that.
boxes in Johnny's mansion also say, caution. In front of the tea house, you'll notice a few familiar faces in the picture frames. The top photo is the MK11 version of Kano hanging out with his younger self. The bottom picture is the MK versions of Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Curious how Madame Bo acquired photos from a previous universe. Finally, I have to mention the final chapter of the story mode, Armageddon. The whole sequence is one massive nod to the game Mortal Kombat Armageddon, which was the final game in the 3D trilogy. In this chapter, you fight a gauntlet of different MK characters mashed together, like Shock Priestess, Spelljaw, and my boy, Stung Lao. Playing it multiple times with different characters will change who you fight, so tell me some of your favorites that you saw in the comments. We also get a nice appearance from Cassie, Kung Jin, Jackie, and Takeda, aka the Combat Kids, and of course, Ninja Mime. And that's everything I had time to find. I have no doubt there is a wealth of stuff I'm missing, so drop your favorites in the comments. Nah, what the heck. Here's a couple more for the road.
Our laboratory was a chamber of horrors.
I prefer to think of it as a chamber of secrets.
Just there.
I've stepped through the looking glass. How far down the rabbit hole will you go?
You are the champion, my friend.
I'll keep on fighting until the end.
Nice. Love hearing that about Ermac.
Yeah.
I'm probably heard that one time, maybe in the comments at one point, but still, like, I mean, yeah. If I did, I didn't remember it, and I thought that was, I don't know, very clever.
Yeah, I had no idea about a good probably 80% of these Easter eggs. I think I got the movie references.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I knew. Because I didn't play the video games growing up. I played like the arcade game in restaurants, but I didn't own any Mortal Kombat games. So seeing all that, just what a great nod to the creators of previous versions of this, as well as to the fans of the franchise. I thought that was just really, really wonderful to see.
Did you have any favorite reference or Easter eggs that you learned?
I think my favorite is the Toasty, that they do that for their sound guy. How an image of him actually pops in and he says it, and it's become such an iconic line of the franchise. I just think that's such a wonderful nod to one of the creators.
Yeah, I knew it was. I knew about Toasty, but I didn't know like the story behind it. So it was cool hearing the story behind it.
Yeah. What about you?
The Ermac one.
The Ermac was your favorite?
Yeah, the Ermac one was my favorite one. Finding out that one, I thought that was great. Let us know your favorite Easter eggs down below in the comments. And if you want all of our Mortal Kombat reactions, check out the playlist. Thanks so much for checking out our reaction for Mortal Kombat 1 Easter eggs and references, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.